What I find happens is that as they start writing, people find stories they didn't know they had. So people find out what they want to say as they write. And people discover what they mean through writing or through speaking. And so that is often a joy for everyone to discover. And it's one of my joys is to help them discover that you don't need to know exactly what you mean or where you're going, but you can let words take you somewhere interesting. So a lot of my work is helping people find that journey, whether they're speaking, whether they're writing, or if they're editing, it doesn't really matter, but find that journey through words into meaning. I think there are two parts to it. One is just opening up to whatever language is there. Just let stuff hit the page, just talk, just play with words. So part of it is being playful. I think anything to do with words and writing and communication, there has to be some playfulness to it to start with. And then there's this playfully serious part where people have got to learn editing, they got to learn the rules, they got to learn how things work for a reader and get on the other side of that page and work as a reader. So for me it's marrying those two sides. The playful side of just letting the words work and create meaning, and the serious side about getting people to understand the rules and how writing actually works for a reader. So how you've got to edit your work. And I encourage people to keep those pretty far apart usually. When they see how it works and that pleasure they have in seeing their own work on the page, on the screen, in someone's voice, yeah, that is such a joy when they realize that they can do it. But certainly everyone can write something that someone else will want to read. And certainly everybody can learn how to talk to a group of people and give a speech. I think it's an over-reliance on the rational mind and not allowing themselves to open up to what they didn't know they knew, the tacit knowledge, the intuition, the stuff that just happens in the moment as you open up to words, to language, to writing or speaking, whatever it is. And often people think they have to know it all. They imagine that a writer knows everything they're going to write before it hits the page. And of course we don't. Us writers know that we make it up as we go along, a lot of it. And that then we apply, then the school teacher, the lawyer can come in, the editor if you want, and can tidy it up. But until this playful part of me has just let stuff happen on the page, there's nothing to edit. I think writing can open up to what's inside you, and again, you're not aware of. Or maybe the Greek idea that stuff is coming from somewhere else. I mean, we are the only culture, I always tell my students, we're the only culture, modern post-Enlightenment West, that believes that we are the creators of everything we put on the page. Every other culture has said it comes from somewhere else and we're a channel for it. And I guess that channel could be whatever you imagine. It could be the culture, it could be the past, it could be the whole world, or it could be whatever you want to call soul. I find as well, I'm interested in how people think they're communicating with a reader and how they're actually communicating. So I enjoy showing people that the way they think they're communicating may not be what they're actually getting across. So one thing I do is help people write stuff for websites, blogs, emails, all kinds of formal professional writing, and help them convey what they really want to convey. And a lot of them are still tied up with a very formal, very almost archaic English. And they haven't found out that actually English has moved on a little bit and we're a lot less formal, a lot more snappy these days in the way that we engage readers. I get quite a lot of that feedback from people that they find something they didn't know they had, and that they're almost more interested in that than the exercise that we do. So they may have learned how to write a web page, but they found something in them that they didn't know was there at the time. So the whole idea of tacit knowledge, the things in them that they're not aware they know, but they actually do. A lot of what I learn in theatre and improvisation, I can apply to writing and to all kinds of different contexts. So another side of what I do is the interest in how people are creative, how they're innovative. And that's something that I draw on and I help people with when I teach them as a group.